All right, on deck we have Rashid Wesley Jr., but your next comedian coming to the stage is the first time we're here at Addy's. So put your hands together for him. Please welcome to the stage, Mike Quinn.
Good evening, everybody. That's some funny shit. I bought a belt knife at the Bloomsbury Fair a couple of years back. And when you do comedy in Philly, make sure I always wear that son of a bitch. I wish I had it tonight, man. It'd be a great prop, but I only have this 9 mil. Now I'm just. What did the other dude say about when he screwed up a joke? You say the wrong thing. That was all this comedians, man. I screwed up so many jokes doing that shit, man. But anyway. So yeah, I'm from a far-off land called Minersville, and it's right near Pottsville, where Yingling Beer is from. And the other day, 2 days ago, over the weekend, a bakery burned down in Pottsville. You guys hear about that?
Oh yeah.
Wow, yeah. I heard their business is now toast. They said they heard it. That's it. Anyway, so yeah, see, that wasn't planned. Some of these two Schuylkill comedians though. I was in the Army for 20 years. That wasn't part of, I have a bad hip. I was in the Army for 20 years. I jumped out of planes and all that shit. And so I have a fake hip that was not too long ago, and I was walking with a cane. That's what just happened there. But so when I was in the Army, one of these jobs that I had, because I was in 20 years, and you have to get promoted to the next rank to make sergeant first class. Hey, you gotta go be a recruiter. Son of a bitch. So I had to go to high schools and talk to those kids and everything, right? So I'm driving this kid, and he was 17, so his parents, I had to meet them, I talked to them. He knew me for 2 or 3 weeks already. So he knew me, he felt comfortable, we're driving to do his physical, and he turns over to me, he goes, it's like an hour-long ride to the Harrisburg place. He's like, Sergeant Quinn, hey, when you were in the Army, did you ever kill anybody? I'm like, yo, dude, hey man, you don't ask, dude, you don't ask people shit like that. But you know what, you're gonna join the Army today, right? All right. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. When my son asked me this question, yes, when I was in Iraq, I actually did kill 3 people. He's like, car got real quiet. He's like, I thought you said you were a helicopter mechanic. Hey, fucker, I didn't say I was a good one. You know what I mean? I scored high on that test in high school. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah. But I was in Iraq twice. The second time, I saw some shit there. The scar here and everything. The Humvee in front of me turned into a ball of flames, just blew up, roadside bomb. My Humvee got blown backwards and landed on its roof, wheels to the sky. The 4 of us lived, and you're your seatbelt's on, you're scurrying out, you're holy shit, you're rattled, you're confused, and holy shit, man, I get out of the Humvee, I get myself together, I run up to that fucking Humvee, and the only body we found, the only thing left was our company commander, Captain Campos. So I go up to him, but you wouldn't think that a person would be conscious if he's missing, blown off, his left arm and his left leg, totally gone. And I'm not a medic or nothing. Like I said, I fixed helicopters and shit, but we were convoying in. So what do you say to a guy with no left arm and left leg? I'm like, he's screaming, Sergeant Quinn. I'm like, hey, Captain, you're going to be all right. Get it? Just all right. He didn't get it either. He died. He was an asshole. Come on. Comedy doesn't have to be true. Come on. I was never in no convoy. My toughest day in Iraq, look, that's what people like, hey, clap for soldiers, thank you for your service. Fuck you, I'm not the guy, dude. I wasn't an infantry guy. I turned wrenches. My toughest day in Iraq was, it's commendable, but the most danger I was ever in was masturbating in 120-degree porta potty. Okay, you're welcome for that freedom, fuckers. You know what I mean? That might sound like it's a simple feat, but it's not, believe me. So, where does that leave us? Shit, I guess new crowd. I gotta get my tattoo story out. So you see this tattoo I have here? Arabic writing here on my forearm. So that second time I was in Iraq, this is true. This is all my other stuff is kind of bullshit. This is the actual true story. So I get an email. We had an email in Iraq. Her name was, Jennifer Notestein. I knew it. Notestein, Fort Bragg. Who sent me an email? That's my neighbor lady at Fort Bragg. What? I opened it up. How'd she got my email? Mike, I don't know how to say this. I just caught our spouses having an affair. This is my neighbor lady back there at Fort Bragg. It was true. My wife was banging the neighbor guy. I couldn't go back until 2-3 months till mid-tour leave. And I was 27. I was fucking angry. That was my high school sweetheart that I had 3 kids with. So I got back late at night, drank. He was my neighbor dude. I beat the living shit out of him. He's going to physical training in the morning, PT formation. I beat the fuck out of him. And I was drunk. So my other Army buddy came, got me. We were dicking around all day on base, and we ended up at a tattoo parlor. And I told the guy, I want you to put an Arabic writing, you know, right here in my arm. Because, you know, I don't want somebody to sue me or whatever for slander. I want you to put right there in Arabic writing, because I like that scribble writing. It always looked cool. I want you to write, my ex-wife is a whore. Put that on there. Put that, you know? And my buddy thought enough. He was the sober one. Dude, at least let's look it up online, right? We had to pay like $10 for the translation service. It turns out that there's actually not even the letter X in Arabic. Farsi Arabic, like you can't, there's no X. So to be grammatically correct, you have to say, my old wife is a whore. Good. Back, print that. Put it on. Oh. So a couple days later, I'm back in Iraq. All my Army buddies, I'm like, they knew what happened because MPs, the military police got involved and everything like that. It was a big to do. So I'm like in a tent of like 30 other Army guys, big tent. They all knew what happened. I'm like, come here. Translator dude, come here. I'm rolling up my sleeve. Hey, tell him what it says. Go ahead, tell him. And the little dude comes up. He's like, why you get tattoo says no search result? What do you mean no search result? Why you get this tattoo? That's fucking true. If you can read that shit, that's... Okay, let's get back to the untrue bullshit. All right, how much time I got? Oh, a minute, okay. Fuck. Anybody do dating on Tinder? So anyway, in my 40s, mid-40s, it's a tough world, you know, for a guy. I mean, all these women out there have this freaking, whether they're 20 or in like their 60s, you don't gotta be on Tinder more than a day to see, holy shit, a lot of these fucking idiots put that stupid dog face filter on. What is that about? The same people that put pictures of their kids on Tinder. They put the dog face. I wasn't getting any hits for weeks. Teenage son, dude, come here. Put this picture of me. Here, I'm gonna send it to you. Put that dog face, send it to me. So he put the dog ears on, right? I loaded it up. Holy shit, hit after hit, the hottest lady ever. A couple of them hit it on me. And it was like, she's like, what's with the dog face? I'm like, so I had to play it off, cool, right? I'm like, shit, well, that's because I got qualities like a dog. She's like, do tell. Well, I'm loyal as hell. I sure do like to lick things. And I really know how to bury a bone, you know what I'm saying? I didn't hear back from her. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. See ya.
Keep it going for Mike Quinn, everybody. Mike, thank you for your service. I appreciate it. There's one thing you can count on when dudes are in the military, and that's their wives cheating on them.
That's true. Very true.
Thank you for your approval of that joke, Mike. I was like, this is going to go well or poorly. Somehow did both. All right, on deck, we have Sarah.